Good morning, good morning. Good morning to Starbucks. All right, we're going to tell Starbucks a story and Shorty, all right? I started this in 1986. It's about the war on drugs, the illegal war on drugs. It's about racism in the courts, all right? Chief Justice Roberts informed me to approach the Supreme Court, I got to file a writ of certiorari. I filed a writ of certiorari in 2011. February the 2nd, 2011. I blew the whistle on Scott Schellenberger, Greg Bernstein, Baltimore City, Baltimore County courts. That's why you locked me up on February the 7th. I made a documentary and was headed out of town. I had to reshoot all the footage that I did in 2000, from 2011 on back. I had to reshoot the footage. Now I'm finished with what I had to do. This is about the war on drugs. This is about the war on drugs, and Marilyn Mosby is in the middle of this. Marilyn Mosby been shielding this since 2014. All right, I'm going to show you everything that I'm talking about. Chief Justice Roberts told me to approach the Supreme Court on a writ of certiorari. I'm going to approach the Supreme Court about toilets. That's President Obama. All right. This is about corruption and racism in the courts. And I was making a movie and a documentary. Ain't no law against making a movie and a documentary. You took my funding source. My store paid for the funding to make the movie. All right, so now I'm gonna make the movie through social media. MySpace, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm just gonna put the movie up there. I'm not gonna charge for it. I'm gonna break down your corruption machine. Just like the Khalif Browder story. Yeah, I'm gonna break down the corruption machine. And everything that I got, you can get from Governor Hogan. He got all this. She got all this. Chief Justice Roberts got this. The Baltimore Sun got this, all right? And President Trump got this. This is for social, to end the war on drugs and the corruption and the racism. I named the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians that get paid off of this in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Send in the clowns. We're gonna send in the clowns. And we're gonna end this shit. See that? These are the emails. All right. Federal investigation request. See that number? See that number? That's Alec Butler. That's Peter Francott's campaign manager. We're talking about the war on drugs and the corruption and racism. Just because you got black faces don't mean that racism don't exist. You got black faces running Baltimore to make sure that racism exists. It's the war on drugs and the mom machine. You feel me? You want to give white people opioids and you want to give them a pass. But you want to lock up black Baltimore and call it making it safe. No, the war on drugs is a blanket statement to incarcerate black Baltimore. The war on drugs. Because you ain't talking about ending the war on drugs. That's what my documentary was about. It was about directly addressing the war on drugs and the money behind the war on drugs. Starbucks, we're gonna do this one cup at a time. Social media for social change. When we're gonna do that thing. That's my messenger board. All right, that's Twitter. All right, this is Diana Suggs from the Baltimore Sun. All right. Thanks, Shorty. All right. She has all this information. I'm going backwards to show you what the Baltimore Sun has had and how long they done had it. This is the Baltimore Sun. All right. Morning, Shorty. All right. That's June. So y'all ain't ran this story yet. The Baltimore Sun. Y'all done had this since June. All right, we're gonna go a little bit deeper than that. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. This is Mayor Pugh. See that? That's Mayor Pugh, Lisa Snowden. All right, Baltimore Sun. This is Baltimore Sun. July 29th. All right. To dismantle a master's house, you got to use the master's tools. And I use them pretty good. See that? He been having this for a long time. He got a lot of information. This is the Baltimore Sun. See that? This is the Baltimore Sun. Hi, Mr. Davis. This is Tim from the Baltimore Sun. We met a few times around the city. Yeah. That's in 2017. So the Baltimore Sun been shielding this corruption since the very beginning because y'all wrote the first story on me. You feel me? Y'all did the first story on me. The Baltimore Sun been shielding this corruption. She's been protecting it. So this is how we're gonna do it. This is a breakdown of the corruption and the war on drugs. I went to jail about the war on drugs. I was found innocent of all charges. And you used this 1986 case against me in 2007 and in 2011. By you bringing that case up means that we get to take it to the Supreme Court. You knowingly lied to the public. You knowingly misinformed the grand jury. You got an indictment off of false information, knowingly filed false information, political retribution. You feel me? Making a movie about the war on drugs and the money y'all make off of it. Now, you can go directly to President Donald Trump and get this. You can go to Mayor Pugh and get it. You can go to Scott Schellenberger and get it. You go to Jane Miller and get it. You can go to President Obama and get it. Because President Obama asked for an investigation May the 8th, 2008. May 8th, 2008, he asked for an investigation. I've been giving Obama everything. President Bush got it, President Obama got it, and President Trump got it. City, county, state, and federal levels. Judicial, executive, and legislative branches of the government. I'm breaking down the corruption and the racism in the war on drugs. And I'm going to use the courts to do it. It's my family you killing. Art and activism. You feel me? And the New York Times got this. You feel me? The New York Times got this too. President Obama asked for an investigation. Now President Trump got it. Moxley from Waukegan got it. You feel me? Sam Cunningham, Robert Sabanjan, Hyde. All four mayors got this since 2006. I told y'all I was making a documentary from Waukegan's worst to Baltimore's best. And it was about the war on drugs. The 1986 case. You feel me? About the war on drugs. Hate has no place here. You use the war on drugs to spread your hate. Welcome to the shit show. And I got a lot of shit to show you. Art and activism. You feel me? I asked for a federal and a state audit. Peter Frank, I got this information. Brian Frost got this information. Scott Schellenberger got it. Marilyn Mosby got it. We want to count your money in the prison industry. We want to count the money in Marilyn Mosby's office. We want to count the money in your office. We want to count the money in the police department. And we're going to show you what my money, count my money too, because you stole from me. The state stole from me. Brian Frost got this. Elizabeth Embry got this. Over 52 public and elected officials got this, but you don't want to take me to court. You don't want to compensate me for my losses. I told you, this is the Khalif Browder story, except I'm still alive. Y'all did the Khalif Browder story? I'm still alive and breathing. I'm showing you step by step since 1986 about your war on drugs and how it affects the black community, how it affects the black families. You feel me? Your war on drugs. All on film. Because if you go directly to Johnny Oleski, he got this. He got this today, as a matter of fact. Johnny Oleski got this. All right? Johnny Oleski got it. And Chief Hyatt got it. Y'all got this today. So y'all got to act on this. See the date? See the date? I want everything in the light of day. Nobody left out the loop. That's Al Redmer. All right? That's Governor Larry Hogan. Movie about Governor Larry Hogan and Al Redmer, because I'm talking about y'all's money and how y'all get the money. The money behind the machine. The money behind the prison industry. And like I said, Head State's Attorney Mosby, she got to answer that and won't answer that. So we got everything in the light of day. You banned me from coming to your office, but you can't stop me from getting my justice. You feel me? We're gonna do this backwards. Just so you know everything. So you concentrate. That's a whistleblower's application. The comptroller of the state of Maryland, Peter Francott. That's the Department of Justice. You feel me? Federal checks from Shorty's Pit Beef. Forged checks from Shorty's Pit Beef in March of 2008. That's in the state's attorney's office. You feel me? That's in the state's attorney's office. She got that. This is the case. Like I said, I am Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights? This is the case that's going to open up Pandora's box. Take me to court, give me a trial, let me testify in front of the grand jury, and we'll end all this. That's the case right here. That's the case. You got it. You got it. Peter Francott got it. Paul Weinblatt. Congressman Cummings. You feel me? I got an insurance hearing. You feel me? I got an insurance hearing on the 11th, and I need that information. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. You feel me? We're talking about the war on drugs. We're talking about the war on drugs. We're talking about Iran-Contra. I participated in the war on drugs. My ship transported cocaine and marijuana in 1978, 79, the USS Mississippi. Look at my DD-214. Look at my criminal record when I was in the Navy. It is what it is. Like I said, everything in the light of day. July 31st. Let us not forget the 13th Amendment of the Constitution. See that? Y'all took everything I had before, you destroyed evidence, so I had to reshoot everything and I gotta refile everything. You feel me? I was an administrative assistant to the engineering officer on the USS Mississippi. I'm documenting everything. See that? This is 2010. Alright? August of 2010. Judge Boris. I was telling you I wanted my freedom. I went to Judge Boris. I went to Governor O'Malley. I went to Judge Bell. I went to Carl Snowden. You feel me? The Civil Rights Division. This was all done long before you did what you did to me in 2011. This exposed the corruption and the racism. This exposed the corruption and the racism, and it named the judges and the lawyers and the politicians. I don't have to change nobody's name. When this movie comes out, when I finish this movie, it's about the war on drugs. You feel me? Constitutional law. Notarized. Legal. You feel me? It's making a documentary. That's my Illinois number. False imprisonment for filming a documentary. For filming a documentary about the war on drugs. Barbara Mikulski got this. See the date? 1402 Lochner. You kidnapped me from my home. I still got the same phone number. You kidnapped me from my home in 2011 because I was going out to California to get this documentary printed, made. That's Johnny Oleski. See that? That's Johnny Oleski. This is to ensure that nothing happened to me. Johnny Oleski asked the Department of Justice for an investigation. The investigation covers Illinois and Maryland. It covers both states. I am Dred Scott. The movie's called I Am Dred Scott. It shows the role our government plays in mass incarceration in the prison industry, the war on drugs, the illegal war on drugs. You want to stop the violence? We got to address the war on drugs. And this is how we're going to do it. Legally. The same way that you treated me, I'm going to treat you through the courts, through public domain, social media for social change. That's Chief Justice Roberts, 2007, when I started this. Chief Justice Roberts, when I started this. You feel me? That's my Storm Falls Road. Davis versus Illinois. 1986, State Illinois versus Dwayne Davis. It's about the war on drugs, the money behind the war on drugs. You stole money from me when I got locked up. You stole $15,000. This was a Shorty program. It was a Shorty program. You locked up a whistleblower and a nonprofit. That's what the program was about, the war on drugs. You feel me? Camera don't lie. Camera don't lie. You feel me? That's Paul Weinblatt. That's my Storm Falls Road. You've asked my opinion on whether, all right, that's the 86 case. And it says that I'm innocent of the 86 case. This says I'm innocent of that case. You feel me? It says I'm innocent of that case. See the date? It's making a documentary. And I gave you a legal notice I was making a documentary. That's the legal notice. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. I had a business in Baltimore County. I was a Baltimore City resident, and I was kidnapped in Lake County, Illinois. City, county, state, and federal levels. That makes it a federal offense and a federal crime. You feel me? Display that ensure the deeper fundamental fairness of the law is protected. All right? That's Governor O'Malley. That's Governor Quinn. That's the Attorney General Doug Gansler and Lisa Madigan and President Obama. President Obama. And Shorty. I was insured. I was insured for $1 million against terrorist acts. You feel me? A terrorist act. You charged me with terrorism. Now you don't want to pay off my policy. That policy was paying for my film. That film was insured. That film was insured, but the film was about Governor Hogan and Al Redmer, so it's a conflict of interest for you to even have this case. The movie's coming out one way or the other. I'm the owner, the president. You feel me? No vacancies. The only vacant spot is the vice president, and I don't have one. Shorty's Underground. Like the Underground Railroad, this is Shorty's Underground Ribs. Just like Harriet Tubman's movie, this is a new version of Harriet Tubman, The Underground. It's President Obama. That's me when you kidnap me. I'm responsible for the issues that are at hand. All right, he's responsible for those issues. You never investigated my incarceration. Instead, you was having tea with Crowley and Gates. City Hall got this. Dwayne Davis. All right, we the inmates. We the inmates of the Lake County Jail. You feel me? I was organizing while I was in jail. And he's dead now, but I was organizing while I was in jail. We was talking about the war on drugs and racism and corruption. You asked for this information. You got this information. You asked for the racism and the corruption in Baltimore. You got the racism and the corruption in Baltimore. You got the racism and the corruption in Baltimore. And Congressman Cummings got it too. I don't want nobody left out the loop. I don't want nobody to say that they ain't got it or don't know about it. Social media for social change. You go to emails. All right. And this is Congressman Cummings' email. Audit by Peter Francott. All right. See who that is? Audit by Peter Francott. Then we go to social media for social change. Where's Shorty? Yeah. Where's Waldo? Where's Shorty? Shorty can be everywhere. Like I said, we're going to do social media for social change. That's my Verizon Community Service Award. That's my daily blogs. That's the Baltimore Brew. All right, the Baltimore Brew. If you go to Fern Shin today, she has a white envelope. Ask Fern Shin to give you that white envelope and produce it. That toilet I put in front of that toilet was in front of the school board, and that represented the corruption and the money, and that had President Bush on it. See all those mail receipts? Those are the politicians. The same way that I got these mail receipts with Stephen Janis, with Marilyn Mosby. I put on that toilet. I'm getting ready to build another toilet the same way. I'm going to put all these mail receipts on it. And we're going to show you history. You feel me? About being black in America. We're going to show my journey for justice and how that grill feeds people. I'm going to show you the good in the hood and what I bring to the community, what I got to offer. Everybody I know, my fight for justice. You feel me? I'm Shorty. No matter what you do, you can't stop me. I had to reshoot everything. Now I got it done. I'm ready to go to Hollywood with this. It's a long way home. Toilets you made me famous for it, I'm gonna run with that. I'm gonna reserve you a spot. Because everybody knows Shorty. 911 is a joke in your town. You wanna watch it again? I can put it on replay and rewind it. So like I said, this is about the war on drugs. And it's a movie about the war on drugs. President Trump asked for evidence. I got all the evidence you need.